Alright, format's gonna be a little bit different on this one. As we all know, I'm not the best gamer. I'm pretty bad. I hurt myself, I fall off cliffs, I get lost, I fall victim to the simplest enemies. That's kind of my situation. So of course I decided to take on Minecraft Hardcore mode. It's taken me nearly 60 hours, which I'm not extremely proud of, to beat the Ender Dragon, but it's time. And I'm going to be streaming that over on Twitch. So twitch.tv/ueaustin. If you're watching this on October 2nd, 2024, when it was posted, I am going to be streaming that fight at 3 p.m. So go ahead and watch that. It's going to be great. I'm probably not going to end the game. Hopefully this isn't the finale of the Hardcore series, but what we want to show you now is everything up until that point. I want to do like a little bit of a recap video. So like I said, this format's a little different from what I'm normally doing on this channel these days, but let's cover where we've been so that we can see where we're going. Also, if it's not that day, go ahead and follow me over there anyway and check out future streams, and also subscribe here if you haven't done that, if you like this stuff. And if you don't, tell me so. I'm strong. I can take it. Anyway, let's go with this. So, we started off with a perfectly normal seed. Can your horoscope be the world seed? Sure. In my private time, I'm extremely racist. I love this one. Okay, world type default. We have our seed picked, creating the world. Okay, we're alive. We have hardcore hearts. I don't have a map, which I'm not used to. Here, boy. And with that, we were well on our way. I poked a hole in the nearest hill that I could find and just set myself up a safe little hobbit hole to live in to get the bases and get myself moving in the right direction. Before I got in any real danger, I set up a little tree farm, I planted some wheat, just kind of, you know, got my roots in the ground. I've tried hardcore once or twice before, and I got a little too, let's say a little too excited. I tried to like level up too quickly, I tried to get villager trading going too quickly, and I ended up getting myself into trouble, and I died because I kind of underprepared and overextended myself, and as I mentioned earlier, I'm not very good. So this time, I wanted to kind of try and play it safe. I want to beat the Ender Dragon. I will beat the Ender Dragon if it's the last thing I do. Hoping to find some success in the caves, I tunneled on down only to scare myself by running into a little skeleton who I bravely watched from behind my shield as he was killed by another skeleton. But we count those. That's a victory. And I killed the other one anyway, so that's fine. I did manage to find a pretty big lava pool in that cave and froze it over to see if I could find anything worth pulling up down there. But all I managed to find was some zombies. I did end up going for the strip mine method and got myself a good hunk of diamonds and gave myself some forward momentum, some real tools, and kind of started actually making headway in the right direction. It never really occurred to me how much of this game is chores if you actually care whether or not your character dies. In my survival world, I would just go ahead and throw my own corpses at anything I needed to get done, and eventually I'd have what I needed, but there would be just a trail of bodies in my wake, and I can't really do that. So in hardcore, I have to actually do stuff. Sitting around doing all those chores for a couple of streams to get myself a baseline kind of gave me the itch for adventure, and I got it in my head that I was gonna live on a mushroom island. So I journeyed out to find the rarest biome in the game by boat. Suffice it to say, I didn't find one. I did find some new dogs and even a couple of birds to keep me company, so we still count that as a win. But I did not find the biome, and that has become my driving force in hardcore for the rest of this run. Realistically, though, I decided that the only way I could actually find one of those is to go flying around with maps and elytra. So in order to get the elytra, I gotta kill the dragon, so I need to really start trying in earnest to actually beat the game at this point. So I started enchanting, I took on some random mobs for experience, I built a farm, the farm didn't work. Before I knew it, there was no choice, and it was time to go to the Nether. I'm so scared. Okay, we are in a nether waste. Not my favorite choice. Make sure that this is sealed off. I did everything I could to avoid trouble in any way that it could find me. I wore my gold boots. I completely covered my portal in netherrack. I tunneled through walls, even with piglins. Just, why do they just live in the tunnels? Why do they want the tunnel? Be out in, there's all this open space. Be there. Not where I am. Eventually, I found the fortress. Like, we are getting there. I fought my way over to it through a bunch of miscellaneous, unfriendly critters. Squish at me. And dug around. I can't handle you all together. I can take one. Ah! Hot! And dug around. Not to a wither, guys. Not to a wither. Or wither skeleton. And dug around, and eventually didn't find any nether wart, which I needed. I ended up having to go through 2 more fortresses in order to finally find the nether wart. And I know I could have just gotten the blaze rods and been on my way and moved on, but like I said earlier, the point of this run is safety, because not being careful killed me in the past. So I need the potions. I'm just happy that I eventually found it. 3 fortresses! It took me 3 fortresses to find it. Anyway, at this point it was definitely time to move out of the hole. So let's just make ourselves a little cabin over here next to the one single tree. I had resolved myself to the fact that we were actually going to beat the game, and I wanted to look at something prettier while I was doing all of the leveling and stuff and farms and all that nonsense that I had to do in order to actually make it to the Ender Dragon with a chance of survival. So I slapped down some misaligned bamboo slabs and was well on my way to a beautiful home on Lone Oak Island, I guess is what we're gonna call it. We're off to a good start here, though. This is a cute little hut. It took some time to move everything over to that location and expand my farms enough that they were producing at a rate that was a little more reasonable for the goals that I had in mind. But I even managed to add in a little drop chute to a nearby strip mine so that I could get some more diamonds and build up my armor set and my tool set while letting my farms run, so that made everything a lot more efficient. It does still scare the hell out of me to jump down there, though. In my useless boat quest for a mushroom island, I did manage to come across a little, like, oceanside village that I thought would be a pretty handy way to capture or adopt some villagers to help get me some books, because there's no way in hell I'm going through the enchanting process all the way through to a realistic armor set for the dragon fight. So it was time to push through hours of villager placing and resetting and placing and resetting. Also, breeding up the villagers spawned plenty of iron golems around, and I made them a lovely little hot tub. That gives me plenty of iron, so I have just about everything I need at this point. With my potions in hand, I was able to go and set up a mediocre blaze farm that was just powerful enough to get me, honestly, more blaze rods than I know what to do with at this point. Okay, this one's 1, 2, 3. Watch it! Yeah, I saw what you were up to. Yeah, it's gonna be real fun in here, isn't it, friends? At that point, it was time to look for the portal. Amazingly enough, it was super easy to get there. The little base that I'd set up was right by the ocean, and the portal happened to be directly across a stretch of ocean. Basically got to boat all the way there, even though I was practically starting from spawn. Here. Ooh, we actually have a slight turn. Oh! Okay, so we're here. I'm gonna pause really quick. We may have found the stronghold. Won't that trigger adjacent blocks? And then they'll just become silverfish? Or is that not how that works? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even know how to properly react. Oh my god. A 1 pearl room, yep. But I was prepared for the shitty luck that it's been giving me. Okay, we are gonna make very sure that we do not accidentally go into this hole. Okay, I'm gonna drag out the drama of this real quick. And put up some torches. Oh my god. Okay, this is a very big moment for me. I was not convinced that this was something I could do. And the fact that we have made it to this point in hardcore is kind of bananas. So, here we are. It's time. I took a minute to enchant my stuff up with the help of a quick little XP farm that I kind of threw off on the side, and now I'm ready. So I hope you'll join for the stream. Once again, that's going on today if you're watching this when it was posted. Follow on Twitch to support the rest of the quest for the Mushroom Island, which I'm sure I'll actually find. And when we do, it'll be a huge celebration. I have big plans for a whole, like, multi-biome, you know, just kind of like menagerie, because my overall goal for this hardcore run is all advancements, and we are going to have a monument to our accomplishments on this Mushroom Island, or hopefully an archipelago if I can find one, but I'm not holding my breath. So stick around. Subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of video, or if you'd like to see more of my usual stream highlight shenanigan nonsense. And also go follow over on Twitch to catch it in real time and chat and honestly just make fun of me for how bad I am at video games, because somebody needs to knock me down a peg. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one.